Welcome to the Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here with our celebrity tarot card reading right after you hit subscribe. Go ahead, Sagittarius. We're going to get into your ghosted reading. We're going to find out why you were ghosted, zodiac sign, and all about this ghost. Now, ghosting can be anywhere from pulling back just the energy. Maybe you live in the same house and you're like, well, why are they not putting into this relationship as much as they used to? Or it could be a first date and you're like, why didn't they call me? So we're going to find out why this person ghosted you. Okay, so could have something to do with travel, or maybe there's a separation between the two of you. Maybe there's even, they feel like the only way to connect with you is you look at the stars and they look at the stars at the same time. Maybe they just feel like there's too much distance. Boundaries have been crossed also in this scenario or the situation. So let's find out what their zodiac sign is and kind of a little bit about them and what they're dealing with currently in current energy, as well as your current energy. Okay, so they could have had another option other than you. And so there was probably an over intense feeling of having to deal with something or to, make a choice of some kind. Yeah, but the experience that they're having, they're kind of blind to. So they're really not existing in what the reality of what you're existing in. So they're just like, yeah, whatever. It was a great time. That's fine. We had a blast. So they're in the emotions, they were in the feelings, they were in the thoughts, but again, they're not communicating because they're not going to communicate the same thing. And if they do communicate, they're going to be full of shit. Okay. Because they're blind and they're bound. So they're bound to whatever their truth is, and they're not going to see any other truth. They don't want to, they don't care. Okay. So as far as the other person goes, they do have another option. So that is something that they kind of have on the back burner. Whatever love or relationship or connection that they had has definitely made it easier for them to pull back even. Over on your end of things, yeah, you were trying to come through as, stable and reliable as this goes. And, you were just trying to grow and transform through it, really. So Sagittarius, you've been acting pretty good through this whole thing. I mean, you've been maintaining your distance even. Yeah, because that in reverse. I just feel like you might have been a little bit too passive. I think you could have probably shown them that they were wrong, but I don't think you even allowed that. I don't think you really dove into that, but we'll find out. So let's get into the rest of this reading. Yes. Yes, Linz. Is that your name, or is it short for Lindsay or Lindsay? Lindsay? Lindsay. Lindsay Lou. Lindsay Lou. Okay, here we go. Lindsay. Well, welcome, Lindsay. All right. So Sagittarius, they were holding back. They needed to work on themselves anyway. This is, again, something that was already probably registering with you anyway. I mean, they're very incompetent. They would have been very jealous. So I think that this is probably best for you. I know that you were feeling like this, you were kind of being ignored. You're feeling less and less worried about it as of right now. But I feel like the moment that it happened, it was a very stressful time. It felt very uncomfortable. There was all sorts of things here that made you uncomfortable with it. You were not fine with it. So let's find out the true intentions. What were the truest of them, even if they're shit? Okay, let's find out. 9 of Pentacles down, Lovers. We also have it in an upright position. So 9 of Pentacles down is just giving me all sorts of guarded energy. So this person was guarded anyway, and they were very reckless in their spending. Could have been reckless just in spending or in financials in general, but I feel like they were unable to actually be successful in this relationship because they were coming in it in a way that would have left you pissed off no matter what. I don't think that this would have ended you in a very good way, either or. But I feel like they were unable to relax or soften at all, or just, like have a moment of enjoyment even. Again, they were very possessive. They were more worried about what you were doing anyway than actually like just thinking about you nicely. Over on your end, your intentions were soulmate. You wanted a relationship. You were all about it. You were yes, yes, yes. I want harmony. I want to make a major change in my life. I want to, push into this path together, whatever that might be. But I feel like you could have definitely saved most of your information for the ending, because I think that they utilized some of your information to back themselves out or to sabotage it or to even use it against you. So, I mean, whatever that might mean. I don't know why that came up. Okay, let's find out root of the situation. Got our Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have our Five of Swords. And that is upright. All right, Knight of Pentacles. Lord. They probably, the root of it is the passion, but I feel like risking or taking risks or pushing themselves into any sort of challenge would have been way too much, especially with this. And they weren't going to slow down. They weren't going to, risk a fucking thing to fall in love. Bottom line. Over on your end, your intentions were a soulmate situation, but the root of the situation over on your end and your addition to the ghosting, because we all have an addition to it, is that you were kind of competitive with them anyway. And there was a lot of challenges here. You were willing to kind of like go in on it, but it's just like there was too much ego probably. So it was just like clashing of like minds. So I think that the trouble in the relationship was that this was very insecure and very ego driven. Okay. All right. Likely outcome. 8 of Cups up, Death in reverse, 2 Cups up. Okay, so likely outcome here is that, yes, no connection. Obviously, there's going to be a breakup. And just looking closer and closer, the more that you get into October and the more you move into November, you're going to start seeing a lot of issues that are unaddressed, not just from this situation, but from situations in the past. Maybe all the way down to the root of it would be childhood. Okay, so you are figuring some things out. You are learning from it. So cheers to that, because that's what I feel like. You're like, you know what? Fuck it. Screw it. Let's just keep moving on and moving forward with this. Because there was changed feelings. This person did walk away. They did put distance in between the two of you, and there could have already been distance. So that might have added something to it. But this is definitely the ending, and there's an acceptance here from you. Again, maybe a little too passive, but I feel like there's more of an acceptance of the inevitable. Life goes on, right? Life goes on. Yes, it does. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Please go hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. Share, like, and follow if you would. All my social media is in the details below. If you would, make sure you hit that bell button so you don't miss anything here. Other than that, I will see you all later. See ya.